The headlines: GNAT is looking to complete the review of the Provincial Government Act and Provincial Capacity Development Fund (PCDF) this year. The Ministry of Health and Medical Services and World Bank launched the Helena Goldie Hospital renovation project. NCNU and ANU launched the 2024 Solomon Islands Election Research Report. Hello, you're watching SIBC's TV News Bulletin. I'm Sharon Nanau. The Government of National Unity and Transformation is looking to complete the review of the Provincial Government Act and Provincial Capacity Development Fund (PCDF) this year. Prime Minister Honorable Jeremiah Manele revealed to local media during a press conference held recently. He said it is their intention to table the amendment bill this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, while GNAT is progressing the work on the Constituent Assembly on federalism and state government, as I've just outlined, it is also currently undertaking a review of the Provincial Government Act with a view to increasing the delegation of powers that could offer provinces similar levels of autonomy or authority anticipated in a state government that could be implemented earlier as a possible precursor to the state government system. The anticipated changes would include the enhanced devolution of powers and revenue sharing modalities that accord provincial government more power and authority. It is the intention of my government to complete and table this amendment bill in 2025. The PCDF modality has worked well in the last 16 years. It has enabled provincial governments to implement 1,663 economic and social infrastructure projects. The PCDF has strengthened the capacity of provinces. However, with the evolving national context, the PCDF needs to be refreshed and focused on supporting development needs at the provincial level. To this end, I'm aware the PCDF was recently reviewed, or is being recently reviewed, and the report will be finalized soon.
SIBC News understands the push for reforms in the Provincial Government Act is a long-term call by the provincial governments. The Helena Goldie Hospital in Munda was officially launched. Elisa Kukutu reports.
The Ministry of Health and Medical Services and World Bank on Friday launched the Helena Goldie Hospital renovation project in Munda, Western Province. The project was funded by the World Bank at a cost of $6 million Solomon dollars. Minister of Health and Medical Services, Honorable Dr. Paul Basawai, in his remarks at the launch, said the completion of the project reflects the government's commitment to improving the country's health system.
Today, we celebrate the successful completion of major renovation works at Helena Goldie Hospital. This achievement reflects our government's ongoing commitment, and as I alluded earlier on, that we are focusing on the three, and that is health infrastructure, health workforce, and sustainable medical supplies. Together with our valued partners, to strengthening healthcare services and infrastructure throughout the Solomon Islands. It gives me a great pleasure to officially hand over not one, but two significant projects: the newly renovated Helena Goldie Hospital, which includes the upgrade operating theatre, maternity and labor ward, and general wards, and the newly constructed isolation unit. You are lucky because, as we learned from the previous pandemic, the COVID-19.
World Bank economist for Solomon Islands, Lodwig Smith, said they are happy to support the country and its journey to improving its health system.
That's why it's a great honor to be here today on behalf of the World Bank to celebrate the handover of the Helena Goldie Hospital upgrade and the new isolation unit. This project is the result of a strong collaboration and commitment to improving healthcare for the people of this beautiful country. I want to extend our sincere thanks to the Government of Solomon Islands, the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Finance for this exemplary partnership and the vision we all share And that's a vision to improving the healthcare for all people of this country. The Helena Goldie Hospital has been a vital healthcare provider for the communities for, I understand, more than a century now. So with the addition of the new isolation unit and the upgrade, the hospital is now better shaped to handle infectious diseases and health emergencies like we've experienced a few years ago with COVID-19. This facility represents our shared commitment to protecting health and the well-being of the people.
Meanwhile, Western Province Premier Honorable Billy Vale called on his people to look after the health facility.
My good people of Western Province, especially Yuvala Noroviana, Wonomona, Noro and surrounding villages who will be accesses this service from Helena Goldie Hospital, I would like to urge you to look after this facility well, as it will make life easy for you. Take ownership of the facilities, as they will save you in many more years to come.
Speaking to SIBC News, residents within the Helena Goldie Hospital expressed their joy on the project's completion.
Before this whole renovation take place, to be honest, but me telling you that me pala garem staka challenges lo this whole hospital, yeah. Me pala no garem enough bed for okatapit patient lay down. So the hospital full. Staka patient lay down no malo floor. Hem na one pala challenge side lo medication. Me pala sa run short lo medicine and other facilities inside lo hospital hem no enough. Just so me pala sa other sa send me pala sometimes out lo kota be refer me pala go to hospital like Honiara no before, yeah, but this time me pala garem Giza hospital. So him lele bit good. Also him cut him down o kota expenses o kota cost. So renovation him take place lo ya me pala bara happy too much. This time everything by easy for me pala. And when pala go garem tu o kota doctors especially. Me pala sabi run so lo kota doctors.
For SIBC TV, I'm Eliza Kukutu.
Still on the health sector, the Noro incinerator facility was also launched last week. The incinerator will now enable medical workers to properly discharge the clinic's waste. It ensures the safe and proper disposal of medical waste. Staff from the Ministry of Health, Noro health workers and the provincial government witnessed the opening. SIBC News understands the Noro incinerator facility was funded by the World Bank. The Solomon Islands National University and the Australian National University ANU have launched the 2024 Solomon Islands Elections Research Report, marking a landmark collaboration that provides in-depth analysis of electoral trends and political developments over the past decade. Alfred Pakepitu with the details.
The Solomon Islands National University SINU and Australian National University ANU on Friday launched the 2024 Solomon Islands Election Research Report. The report launch offers a longitudinal analysis of electoral trends and political developments over the past decade. In his remarks at the launch, SINU's Vice-Chancellor Professor Transform Magorau said the report is a landmark collaboration for both universities. He said the report covers a wide range of issues that affects people's lives in the country.
This report covers a wide range of issues that matter deeply to our people and our democracy. It explores what shaped the 2024 elections, from voter education, party strategies, and campaign dynamics to voter registration, election integrity, and security. It examines the administration and experience of polling day, as well as the evolving participation of women in the political process, highlighting both encouraging trends and stubborn barriers. Importantly, the study also looks at constituency development funds, how they are governed, the impact of electoral outcomes, and the way they interact with perceptions of political accountability. And it does not stop there. Post-election dynamics, money politics, government formation, and public confidence in leadership are also interrogated with clarity and nuance. And together these threads offer us a powerful picture of how elections are shaped and experienced, not just as a one-day event, but as a long-term evolving process. Because in truth, democracy is not just what happens on polling day. It is about what happens in the months and years in between. It is about how those who are elected engage with those who elected them. Yet all too often, we see a troubling pattern.
Australian High Commissioner Minister Councillor Lindsay Buckingham, in a remark, said in supporting the 2024 national joint election, one of the key aspects of the support is ensuring SINU and ANU conduct an election observes mission to create the election report.
But a key aspect of our partnership was this support for the Solomon Islands National University and for the Australian National University to conduct an election observation mission and to author this report that we're here to talk about today. With data that I agree with Associate Professor Sonia is impressive, very impressive data which I cannot begin to comprehend myself about the full elections process. From voter education and awareness to operations and logistics and post-election administration and voter sentiment. It is a rich source of data. And importantly, as we know, the report follows similar research projects, capturing information from the same sets of constituencies and representations in 2014 and in 2019. So we hope very much that the lessons learned and the recommendations in this report will provide very useful for Solomon Islands looking ahead to its next election in 2028.
Meanwhile, ANU Head of Department of the Pacific Affairs Associate Professor Sonia Pameri said the research report is heavily driven by Solomon Islanders. The 2024 election marks a significant milestone for Solomon Islands as the national and provincial election was jointly held for the first time. Alfred Pangepitu for SIBC TV.
Still on the 2024 election report, the Solomon Islands Electoral Commission, the SIEC, welcomes the 2024 Solomon Islands Election Research Report recommendations. Eliza Kugutu with the details.
The Solomon Islands Electoral Commission, SIEC, welcomes the 2024 Solomon Islands Elections Research Report recommendation. Produced by the Solomon Islands National University, SINU, and Australian National University, ANU, the report dives into the 2024 joint national elections. In his remarks at the report launching, SIEC CEO Jasper Highwood Anisi said the research report will form an essential part in their work to improving the country's electoral process.
As you have correctly pointed out in your report, this report represents one of the most comprehensive, methodological, robust studies of electoral process in Solomon Islands. And I warmly congratulate you on having achieved that. Your report will form an essential part of our toolbox, so to speak, and our ongoing efforts to improve the integrity of our elections. The Solomon Islands Electoral Commission acknowledges the findings and the recommendations outlined in the studies conducted by the Australian National University and the Solomon Islands National University on the 2024 joint election for Parliament, Provincial Assembly and Honiara City Council.
Mr. Anisi added the Commission remains committed to its mission of conducting free, fair and credible elections.
The Commission expresses its appreciation for in-depth analysis provided, which offers valuable insights into the electoral process, highlighting areas of progress while also identifying challenges that require strategic attention to enhance the integrity, transparency and inclusiveness of future elections. The Solomon Islands Electoral Commission remains steadfast in its mission to conduct free, fair and credible elections that reflects the democratic aspiration of the people of Solomon Islands. The 2024 joint election presented a range of logistical and administrative complexities, and the Commission takes note of the study's recognition of our resilience and adaptability in ensuring the successful conduct of these elections. However, we also recognize that electoral integrity is an evolving process that demands continuous improvement, and we are committed to addressing the challenges outlined in the study to uphold the confidence of all stakeholders in the electoral process.
Eliza Kukutu for SIBC TV.
Now the preparations for the 54th Pacific Island Forum Leaders Meeting is well underway and on track. Prime Minister Honorable Jeremiah Manele told local media the National Organizing Committee for the event have already started their work. Prime Minister Manele called on the public to welcome the guest with open arms, as we did during the 2023 Pacific Games.
The premier regional event we will be hosting in 2025 is the 54th Pacific Islands Forum Leaders Meeting from the 8th to the 12th of September 2025. This is only the second time we will be hosting the Forum Leaders Meeting. The last time we hosted this premier regional event was in 1992. While this event is primarily a regional event, given its status as the annual meeting of Pacific leaders, it is also a large international gathering with high-level delegations coming from many countries and international and regional organizations attending. We anticipate up to 1,500 people attending this meeting in September. So it is important. It is important our hotels are ready to accommodate this number of guests for between 8 to 10 days. The National Organizing Committee for this event, as well as that for the Pacific Water Ministers Meeting, have already commenced their work. And I'm happy to inform you all that we are tracking very well with our plans to successfully host these two major regional events. My future press conferences will provide updates on progress in our preparations as we move toward the August dates for the Pacific Water Ministers Meeting and the September dates for the Forum Leaders Meeting. Fellow citizens, as our country opens up a lot more to receive guests from our region and internationally, please ensure we welcome them with open arms, as we did during the 2023 Pacific Games. And I also seek the support of our Honiara citizens to please help in keeping our city clean again, as we did during the 2023 Pacific Games.
SIBC News understands this will be the second time the country plays host to the prestigious regional event. Now, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Mines, Energy and Rural Electrification, Honorable Bradley Tovusia, denies allegation made by the opposition leader, Honorable Matiwale, that he granted mining license without following the proper mining due diligence processes to Far East Resource Company Limited for nickel mining in St. George. Honorable Tovusia told local media the Mines Board gives mining licenses and not the minister. He added allegations against him of using investors' resources for his work is misplaced and not true.
So the Honorable Leader of Opposition, he's worried. He's worried about when the law take its course. To give him mining prospecting license to anybody, I think it's a board. It's not the minister. We only signed once aboard him and done with him all the meetings here. There was an official response already to those issues here. But if you like, from me, hearing from me, from using the board blow money for Golo constituency here, a Leader of Opposition, nothing is free under this world. We have to pay fuel too for using can go home. So for him to sit in his office and think that way, maybe him believing his status as well. Maybe him should do more of his findings and then him come and try for. He's my brother anyway, but for just issue so for going talent that me in line with the group of mining here, it's a challenge. It's something he really need to understand it. These are investors and we are here to look after them in any way. And for going also about issue coming doesn't mean that me go in line with them, the investor. No more. Law staff or active staff and whoever like doing mining or somewhere else, he must follow the laws, law this country. I think that one. Other issues, I don't know. Other issues, some of the officials have took the part of explaining. I think he want to send a team to go and investigate in the ministry. That one thing we hear him to you. And we asked for the mandate or not with the mandate. So something unnecessary for him to do him, but he will have to go to him, which is not according to our law. Thank you.
Last month, Honorable Matiwale has called on the Minister of Mines and Energy to hold the proposed granting of a mining license to Far East Resource Company Limited for nickel mining on St. George. The opposition leader said reports reaching his office under the Minerals Board rejected both documents when considered the company's application for a mining license. However, according to information he received, the minister ignored the Minerals Board's decision. Solomon Power has launched its Henderson Fighter 1 solar farm expansion project, a major milestone in the development of the 2-megawatt Henderson solar facility and a significant step toward advancing the nation's energy infrastructure. Alfred Pagepitu reports.
Solomon Power commissioned its Henderson Fighter 1 solar farm expansion project on Wednesday. This marks a significant step for Solomon Power in commissioning the 2-megawatt Henderson solar farm. In his remarks at the commissioning, Minister of Mines, Energy and Rural Electrification, Honorable Bradley Towishe said the project marks a significant step in the country's development.
Signifies a significant lift forward in a nation's pursuit of energy security, sustainability, and economic resilience. This initiative implemented by the Solomon Power. Thank you, Solomon Power. You've been standing up on this issue for a long time, and you should acknowledge the Mogata for this vision and the economic resilience. This initiative implemented by the Solomon Power is not just about delivering electricity. It is about powering the future of our people and our economy and our environment. Agriculture remains the backbone of a country, but energy is a livelihood. It powers our homes, fuels our industries, and drives the growth and the prosperity of our nation. However, in the Solomon Islands, we face unique challenges. Our archipelago geography, limited energy infrastructure have left many communities without access to reliable and affordable energy. This situation is not just inconvenience. It is a barrier to the development, education, healthcare, economic growth. Today, we take a step towards breaking down this barrier. Thank you, Solomon Power, for standing up.
Solomon Power Board Chairman David Kwan thanked the donors and development partners who helped bring the project to fruition.
As we got here this morning to commission this solar farm, it's a long journey. Started way back in 2019, and of course there are a lot of challenges along the way with COVID as well. But because of the determination, support, and resilience of each and every one of us here, and all the support that has been rendered to Solomon Power and the Solomon Power team, we are able to be here this morning to celebrate a very significant milestone and achievement. This 2-megawatt solar farm will go a very long way in terms of achieving our renewable energy goals, very much in line with government's strategic efforts as well in terms of the renewable energy roadmap and as well as the national development strategy.
Meanwhile, World Bank representative Renee Bethom said the project marks a vital step towards providing clean and reliable energy for the Solomon Islands.
What marks today even more significant is how the solar farm fits into the broader vision of the country's energy future. Alongside the Tina River Hydropower Development Project, it is part of a strategic shift towards locally produced renewable energy, reducing a reliance on expensive imported fossil fuels for power generation. Together, solar and hydropower will give Solomon Islands a stronger and more sustainable energy system.
The commissioning of the 2 megawatt solar farm, funded by the World Bank, is an extension of the 1 megawatt solar farm commissioned in 2017. Alfred Pangepitu for SIBC TV.
Solomon Islands will not feel the U.S. aid cut directly given their minimal aid support to the country. Prime Minister Honorable Jeremiah Manele told local media majority of the U.S. support is through NGOs and other international bodies. He said government's decision on how to go about the U.S. aid budget cut will be made later this month after the U.S. finalizes its review on its aid cut.
So on that, generally, the U.S. funding to Solomon Islands, bilateral funding is very minimal. Most of U.S. support goes through the NGOs over the years and continues to so. The only two big programs that is quite close in terms of coming through the government, I think the first one is the MCC, Millennium Threshold Program, which comes through the Ministry of Planning and focusing on two sectors, forestry and tourism. Minister will say more on that. In terms of the SCALE program, that's also under USAID, but that is also been implemented outside the government system. It is implemented by US NGOs with their local counterparts on the ground. Again, the minister will say something on that. A report has been provided to Cabinet by the minister last week. The US will make final decisions on those two programs later on this month. I think then we should be able to tell which way by take it, or how do we respond to that. But generally, the US support for Solomon Islands come through non-governmental organizations like World Vision, for example. For the SCALE, also the NGOs like Windrock International, for example, and others.
Meanwhile, Minister of National Planning and Development Coordination, Honorable Rexondra Mofafia, said the two direct projects by US in the country is currently halted, awaiting decision from the US later this month.
The implementing ministry, of course, of the implementing partner too. Currently, the program HEMI hold, waiting the Trump administration to once the programs. Of course, USAID programs across the world have been hold until the review and then this come back. So hopefully by third week of this month, so we haven't what now the update of the Trump administration. But the direct impact not really, because the programs cover areas that also implemented through the implementing partner. The other one, the SCALE program, and obviously it's not implemented through the government system, it's implemented outside the government system, and the number of programs SCALE have been complete finished now and stopped now. Last year around September, of course, one program have been continue, but again have been depend to law executive order that the Trump administration and put all the US programs here. Of course, indirectly, some impact in terms of US through support through the multilateralism organization that by having impact, especially climate change or the big funding through some multilateral programs that I have been supporting the country, of course, like some support through some NGOs. So that one, I mean, of course, by that some impact.
North Guadalcanal constituency last week successfully held its one-day training and awareness program for its village development officers. Alfred Pagepitu with the details.
North Guadalcanal constituency last week successfully held its one-day training and awareness program for its village development officers. In an interview with the SIBC News, Member of Parliament for North Guadalcanal constituency, Dr. Paul Bosowai said the training program was held as part of their efforts in complying with the Constituency Development Fund Act 2023 and make their video officers know their roles and responsibility.
This training is significant, especially on our transformative agenda, law constituency, but above all is to comply to the CDF Act 2023. CDF Act 2023 is quite specific, I would say. You look productive sector, social sector, cross-social sector, and not sector in Baragarem now, a percentage of implementation which no any MP garem right for change him. So for instance, productive sector, it's 40%. You have to deliver 40% as per this budget. So in order to do this is to get all the videos. So structures Plomifala law constituency, we have an MP, then go down CDO, and then CPO and accountant. CPO now have branched down to CDC. CDC above all is in a mandated committee where look after the development of constituency. So below the CDC, as per the Act, is subcommittee of the CDC, and that's what we will call them video. Village Development Officers now stands for video. Underneath the video, Mifala Garem now, Village Development Committee. So video na heading what a respective village development committee, because I believe any constituency, Yumi Garem communities and villages comes together to form a constituency. So we will like go down and develop villages, because if every village is law, not Guadalcanal constituency him develop, and then of course you could just equate it that a constituency him develop. So today's training is to inform our video on how to develop on our transformative agenda on how to develop and transform North Guadalcanal constituency. So they are our agents down there on the ground. So it is very important that we must train.
SIBC News caught up with some of the training participants who expressed their support in being involved in the training.
Me happy for come attending this workshop here, so that me learning too how for doing some fala community project or whatever whereby me fala you fala by all about the workshop today, yeah? Because me like for looking community people or community for life and improve and change, yeah. That's why me happy for come attending workshop. Yet I me hear and me say, oh, at least me have to go and help them people or community.
It's important for come attending this training because it's part and parcel of the campaign where North Guadalcanal MP where Hemi Save roll them out clear information, look at the voters so that they understand him where now the constituency is moving to as far as developments and anything something to do with CDF and beyond CDF. So this training I think is important for transparency's sake, and so that accountability will also be taken this full time. I think this is a good step forward for this constituency. Yeah, one thing where me look forward for him is to receive the information how to fill up the forms correctly, dataing, and specify him specific projects that select by him go for, so that the equal beneficiaries for get a vote and those non-voters in the constituency will receive.
Alfred Pangepitu for SIBC TV.
And now the latest in sports with Crofton Utukana.
Auckland City maintained their supremacy in the OFC Champions League, securing their 13th title at the National Stadium last night. The Navy Blues edged past Hikaru United with a 2-0 victory in the grand final of the 2025 OAFC Champions League, ending the sport at the FIFA Club World Cup set for June this year in United States. Auckland City head coach Paul Posa told SIBC Sports that it had been a challenging journey, but everything fell into place at the end of the competition.
Look, such a hard game today, but the tournament everything went to plan for us in the tournament. We won the games that we needed to early on to get us into a good position. Semi-final, everything kind of just went to our plan. A little bit fortunate here and there, but and today was such a tough game. I wouldn't have begrudged Hikari had they won that game. We got out on top somehow. I think the character of the boys and the spirit of the boys got us over the line today, which is just the hallmark of this team over the years. So yeah, very, very relieved and very, very happy. Yeah, we go back home. We're back home in New Zealand for 6 weeks, and we've got our regular competitions going in New Zealand, but we've got 6 weeks or so till we leave for the States. So this was just a nice, I guess for the boys, very nice to be able to go to America. Having won this, it just makes us a little bit more, give us a little bit more confidence going into America, having won this tournament again. Oh, thank you so much to those guys. They just were incredible. Very, very happy. They just made us so happy.
Despite the loss, Hikari United head coach Jerry Allen praised his team's effort and expressed pride in their performance.
I think me very happy to most with our boys. Me fella give me everything. Me fella got no fear. Me all afraid of anyone. Me fella give me everything. I want to find him hard. Even Coach Blow admit him that we all win because we all give him everything. We also maybe mistake me fella. We also got him. Something you there, but meet him, referee him, no, make a good decision, but that's football. He may continue on with him. But overall, me happy with our boys. They gave everything, they threw everything to the wire. Yes. Next move, me fella go back, and about every under 20 go back to under 20. Some go back to Premier, and few some of boys but go further more Pro League. So now we'll go back, but we'll focus on Pro League now. I think me like for say thank you to everyone for what come out. Thank you to my every supporters lo Honiara for come support team and also lo PNG. Thank you too much for support you fella. I think without you fella, by me got extra strength today. But with you fella really push to the final vision.
Auckland City also took home the Fair Play Award. Other individual awards included Dave Tomara of Hikari United was awarded the Golden Glove, Hudson Oerenima of Central Coast FC claimed the Golden Boot, and Auckland City's Dylan Manikam took home the Golden Ball. Crofton Utukana, SIBC TV.
And that's news. Follow us on sibconline.com.sb and our SIBC News Facebook page for more of our latest stories. Thanks for watching.